raceward again now. The green is out. Here we go.
Jeff Green dives on the outside of the 36 of Tim Fiedler, trying to take up that second spot. Now here comes Fiedler on the inside for the lead.
Boy, Fiedler got a good jump. Here he is, not able to take the lead. He's going to have to drop back behind Santerre. Todd Bodine up there also. Now Fiedler looks to the inside and thinks about trying it again, but does not. 3 laps to go.
Andy Santerre, once again, his car is performing beautifully. He's running a little bit higher right now because he understands that he can't let these guys get on the outside of him because he couldn't pass Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the inside. He cannot let these guys get outside position on him.
Separates himself from Tim Fiedler by about a car length and a half, as now there are 2 laps to go. Kendrick is back in 7th position to take over the points lead if he can finish there. Lap and a half to go for Andy Santerre. From Cherryfield, Maine. White flag coming out. One more tour of this 1-mile DJ track at Pikes Peak International.
There's a battle for third position between Todd Bodine and Jeff Green.
Bodine looks high down the backstretch, and a car on the wall is Dave Blaney. The pole sitter has wrecked on the final lap. The checkered flag is coming out. Andy Santerre is going to win at Pikes Peak International and his first Busch Series win.
Wow. Good way to go, guys.
Blaney's car down in turn number 1 is just about the middle of the racetrack. Blaney went in pretty hard there on the last lap. But the victory goes to Andy Santerre in just his 4th race of 1999. He missed several races because of the injury at Daytona, but wins his first Busch Series event here this afternoon.
Mike McLaughlin's wife coming over to give Sue a congratulatory hug.
Yep. Senior Golf is coming up in just a few moments here on ESPN. We will be back with the winner in just a moment. Andy Santerre. Stay with us. Way to go, Andy.
Wow.
Okay. Is the Winner's Circle sponsored?
Thank you. Where is he going? Oh.
Yep. Dave's okay. Is he okay?
Keep a camera on Dave, aren't we, Blaney? He's out of the car.
Come on, Landry, you're not going to make air. Coverage of the Napa Auto Care 250 from Pikes Peak International Raceway, being brought to you by Polaris ATVs. If you're going to ride the best, Polaris. By the more than 2,700 AutoZone stores across America, AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. And by the Outlaw Performance Fuel Additives, proudly endorsed by Dale Earnhardt Jr. The victory goes to Andy Santerre. He's the 12th different winner in 1999. Here's Jerry Punch in McDonald's winner's circle.
And Andy climbs out. He gets in a couple of donuts, Alex Zanardi style, and he stands. And these fans at Pikes Peak will salute a first-time winner. Last year's Rookie of the Year. And the Lobsters will be screaming in New England tonight because Cherryfield, Maine's favorite son is in victory lane. Andy, congratulations. What an effort.
Oh, man, I tell you, we had an awesome car. This is great for my team. Monroe Muffler Braking Service. Dillingham, Kendall, we really needed this win. I'm a little dry right now. My tongue's swollen, but I didn't want to take any water. I just had too much concentration, you know. But say hi to everybody at home, my folks. Love you all, and appreciate everybody standing by me. It's been a tough year for us, and thanks to George Devitt, Mike Gritchie, and this entire team. They put a great car on me today.
Give Sue a big hug and Mike a big hug. Choked with emotion in victory lane. Andy Santerre's first ever Busch Series win.
Great to see Andy in victory lane. Let's take a
And as Ron Hornaday, don't you almost have to feel a little bit more confidence knowing that you got a rookie right behind you, as far as he's known as the master of restarts, and a rookie right behind him? He's got to think, man, I think I can lock this thing up if I have a good start.
Well, you remember just a couple of races ago that he had a vapor lock or some sort of a carburetor problem on the restart, and ended up almost knocking him out of the race. So anything can happen on these restarts.
He actually got pretty mad at me. He thought that he thought we called him missing a shift. He said, I didn't miss a shift. I don't miss shifts on restarts. He doesn't want to miss one right here. The green flag flies. It's a green-white checkered finish for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
And Ron gets a patented great start.
Didn't get too far out in front of the 38 of Brandon Whitt, though. Whitt trying to hang on as they go down the backstretch. Next time by, it'll be the white flag. As they come out of 3 and 4, Ron Hornaday will see the white flag 3/4 of a mile to go.
And you see the 77 car go around the 46 on the outside of turn 3 and 4. We have a spinner. Spinner in turn 3.
It's Jimmy Spencer spinning in turn 3 and 4. That creates smoke. But will it bring out the caution? As far as we know, it will not. And so, Ron Hornaday will try to hold on. And Hornaday has problems in the smoke. He gets spun around. The 38 comes by him. And it'll be Brandon Whitt taking the checkered flag. Unbelievable. Ron Hornaday slowed in the smoke, gets into the wall, and now he's going to back across the start-finish line.
Now, when have you seen that?
Nope, not quite backing across. He will pull across forward. Unbelievable as Ron Hornaday gets spun around with the smoke in turn 3 and 4. He gets turned into the wall. Brandon Whitt drives right by and takes the checkered flag.
Unbelievable. I think you never know on these green-white checker finishes. Brandon Whitt, what a terrific job. He ran well all night. You know, you hate to see Ron Hornaday have trouble like he did right there on the last lap, but Brandon Whitt, what a big win for him.
Amazing. You just never know what's going to happen in these NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series races. They're always exciting right to the end.
Look at this. The El Cajon, California native puts the front end of his Toyota Tundra up against the wall and gives the fans a show that they deserve. And how about that finish?
Now you know why we had a shot at Wally Rogers cruising for Ron Hornaday when that caution flag came out. Now you know why he was holding his head, because you never know on a green-white checker, and that's how we finish these truck races.
That cost us a position, and it's my fault. You know, all you got to do is go from second to third to fourth. It shouldn't be too hard, but I don't know. It's just disappointing. Thanks to NTN Bearings to it. A great motor, great pit stops. I mean, I got a killer team right here, and getting closer, just disappointing.
All right, David Rudiman, he shouldn't beat himself up because he has his career best finish of second. Ray, I think you're in victory lane now.
Yeah, sort of, Wendy. We had to run over here, but I'll tell you what, I have not seen a more incredible performance than that. How in the world were you able to stay in that truck?
Man, it was really hot tonight. You know, I almost about passed out before that red flag, but you know, I knew I had to stay strong for my guys because they were behind me 100%. And man, my McMillan Homes Tundra was something you just dream about having on a race like this. And you know, when something comes like this, it don't come very often, so you got to appreciate when you get it.
Come over here. I want to show you this trophy. Check out how cool this is. A brand new Elvis Presley trophy, you're the first guy to ever get one.
That is so awesome. You know, I'm so excited. This is beyond belief. You know, I'm up on cloud 9 right now. I don't think I'm going to come down for a couple weeks.
You had that very last lap. Did you have any belief that you were going to be able to beat Hornaday, or is it kind of all surreal?
I don't know, man. He was real good, and he's got them Hornaday restarts that you can't keep up with. And, you know, I knew we had a good truck on the long run, but we kept getting them cautions, and I knew we just needed something freak to happen, and there it was.
You were very impressive tonight. Congratulations. Brandon Whitt gets his first ever win in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Fireworks and celebration taking place right now. Let's see what happened to enable Brandon Whitt to get by. Now, this is earlier. This is a lap earlier. That's Jimmy Spencer spinning around. There's no caution that comes out. He creates a lot of smoke, though, and so he's able to drive out of there, and the smoke still lingering in turns 3 and 4.
Here's Ron Hornaday, our leader. When he gets down to 3 and 4 there, he slows down because of the smoke. Brandon Whitt actually makes a little contact because Ron Hornaday slowed down. It puts Ron into the inside wall, and Brandon Whitt goes on to victory.
Now, in that instant, Boris, his spotter has got to be telling him there's no wreck there. That's just smoke. There's no wreck. Is that, I mean, did he make a mistake?
I think he was just a little overcautious, and it looked like Brandon might have just got into him, but if any, it was just barely, because you don't see any marks on his truck at all.
Yeah, I think he just nudged him enough to turn him around. Again, we talked earlier, it doesn't take much to turn these trucks around, and you see Ron going to back up. He's going to lose a tremendous amount of positions. He goes from leading coming off turn number 4 to finishing 21st unofficially, but what a horrible bad break for Ron Hornaday. And I think you're right. I think the spotter's got to tell him, hey, the racetrack's clear, there's a lot of smoke, don't worry about it.
Well, you got to feel for Ron a little bit. I mean, he had his hand on that Elvis trophy and just got away from him.
You saw Ron Hornaday, and he looked soaked. We don't know if that was perspiration or if someone has dumped water on him.
How about going down the front straightaway in reverse, though? That was impressive.
Difficult night for Ron Hornaday. Great night for Brandon Whitt.
Coming to the white. Oh, trouble. Terry Labonte goes around.
White flag.
Bodine is involved as well. White flag is on the speedway. Caution is out. They are rushing around, running to the checkers. It is now an official race. Next guy by wins. The leaders off turn 2. Elton Sawyer. Eli, all the cars are clear up there. Just I don't see any moisture on the racetrack as Elton Sawyer goes down. Look going into turn 3. He last won in 1994 at Myrtle Beach. That battle there is the 3rd and 4th. But the win is going to Elton Sawyer, who takes the checkered flag for the first time here at New Hampshire International Speedway. His first win on the NASCAR Super Speedway. And finally, the emotion just bubbles forth. And I guarantee you they'll have to have a picture around 3rd there. The photo finish for 3rd.
And this could not happen to a nicer guy. He's one of the most popular people in the garage area. Nice man, Elton Sawyer.
Let's go to the pits.
Well, Eli, I'm with Rick Byers, and I tell you, very emotional Rick Byers. Rick, did you ever think they was going to get this race over with? It was long last 20 laps. I was just praying when we didn't pit that he had a car and the tires would last, and we knew track position meant a lot, and we just want to thank God for a safe race and giving us this opportunity. And I want to thank Brad Akins and this whole team. It's been a great blessing to me, and I really do appreciate it. I want to thank Lysol, and it's a great Ford we're driving in, and we're going to drive it all year. Hopefully this good, I hope. Well, guys, that's a very emotional Rick Byers and a very happy bunch down here in the Lysol pit.
You see Terry Labonte climbing from the Slim Jim Chevrolet. We have our 9th different winner of the year and our 13th different winner in 13 races at New Hampshire. Popular win for a nice guy. Elton Sawyer is in victory lane here at New Hampshire. So's Glenn Jarrett.
And the first thing he did was to climb up on that victorious race car and cave the roof in.
Race car, now I got to fix the roof. I don't care. These guys did an awesome job. First of all, we had a 3rd place car. Jeff Green and the 3, they were awesome all day. We had a great pit stop. We got out 3rd, missed a gear, drove off into 1 too hard and pushed up in the gravel, and I thought really I'd screwed it up for us. But we worked hard. We got back up in the top 10. Ricky made a great call there at the end. I knew if those guys went in and got new tires, it was going to take them a little while to get a little heat. So old Standard Snout car did it.
When Ricky made that call, did you guys discuss that, or did you just go along with what he said?
I wasn't going to say anything. He said stay out. I already made enough mistakes. I needed to listen to him. But my whole crew did a great job. Lysol, great sponsor, Goodyear tires. Edgar, Jack Roush, really appreciate the motors. These guys are doing awesome, and this may be our year.
Well, congratulations. One more thing, though, I want to ask you. Now, right before we came back on the air, you got a phone call on a cell phone. Who was that from?
Well, that was my wife, and this is the first race she's missed in a while, so I don't know if she's going to be able to come to any more races.
Well, Patty, I know you're still watching, and it looks like that's where you're going to be watching from now on. Congratulations, Elton Sawyer. Great job.
Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate it.
He tagged it up by saying, I love you, baby, but may not be able to come back to the racetrack. Super.
2 laps of racing remaining. Donnie Leath closing the gap now on the 11 of David Starr. It's going to come down to the final lap when they come out of turn number 4. David Starr is going to see the white flag. One more lap around Mansfield Motorsports Park.
Donnie Leath's right there.
Here he goes. He makes contact. David Starr keeps it straight. They're side by side. Three wide down the backstretch. Donnie Leath out in front. Todd Bodine down on the bottom. As they come out of 4, Donnie Leath has the edge. Donnie Leath will win in Mansfield.
What a terrific finish, and what a job by Donnie Leath. He was aggressive this race, and it got him a win.
That was amazing for Donnie Leath. He moved David Starr out of the way, Phil.
He sure did. He sure did.
And David Starr did a phenomenal job of keeping that truck pointed in the right direction. But wow, Donnie Leath. They were 3 wide down the backstretch, and Donnie Leath keeps the nose of that Chevy Silverado out front and wins his first ever NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. You know, in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, Phil, it's been a long time since we have had a rookie contender win a race. It was Carl Edwards back in 2003 when he won Kentucky.
Wow, that's 5 years ago, but what an amazing job. And what a great job at all of TRG Motorsports. Kevin Buckler started this team. Andy Lally was his primary driver. Just at the very last instant, they created this second team for Donnie Leath.
Yep.
Did not even run Daytona, was not approved for Daytona. Mike Bliss drove this truck at Daytona, and Donnie has been very, very impressive in what few starts he's had.
Take another look at what just took place on that final lap.
See, Donnie makes a little run on the inside. He makes some hard contact right there. Now Todd jumps up, makes it 3 wide. I never dreamed these guys would make it through this into the racetrack 3 wide.
3 wide. Donnie Leath, I mean, David Starr is staying on the gas, but Donnie Leath using those 4 tires. And it was David Starr who outran Todd Bodine for second by just, well, it was actually less than 2/100ths of a second.
Yeah, Donnie Leath didn't use 4 tires. He used 8 tires right there to get that truck through 3 and 4.
Wow, what an amazing finish. Donnie Leath celebrating here on the front stretch in Mansfield, Ohio. First win in NASCAR for Donnie Leath, and it comes at the short track of Mansfield. That was celebration earlier. Now let's see what kind of emotions come out of Donnie Leath as he climbs out of the truck in victory lane.
Here comes Donnie Leath. Nationsrides.com has a victory in the Craftsman Truck Series in his 8th career start. So does Donnie Leath. And for the 22nd time in NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series history, we have a driver who made a last lap pass to get the victory. TRG Motorsports, brand new to the series, and they are here, victory lane. Chevrolet, look at this. It's a mob scene. Scott Punch getting celebration. Get over here. How in the world were you able to do that?
I have no idea. Right here, these guys right here is the reason I was able to do that. 25 to go, I came over the radio and I told them, I said, guys, I could feel what was going to happen. I knew I'd get him there at the end, and I just told these guys, look, the last few laps here are for you guys.
Donnie, you won a championship a year ago in the NASCAR Whelen Modified Series. Did you ever believe that you could get to this series and win this quickly?
I mean, I knew we could do it. I wouldn't be driving this truck if I didn't think we could do it, but so soon, no. I can't believe it. I got to thank all these guys, and Chevrolet's been helping us out huge lately, and you know, Chevy's #1. Who can you say? You know, Nationsrides.com, everybody that, you know, Jason Miller, my crew chief, did an awesome job, and I don't know what else to say, really. Oh, my God.
That's good enough. Congratulations. Another last lap pass for the win here at Mansfield.
Should be 2 laps to go this time by 2 to go, shown to the leaders. Matt Kenseth is 3rd. Dillon is 4th. We'll take a look back at Terry Labonte running 8th in the 5 car. Mike McLaughlin is 9th. Mark Green is 10th in the 37th. It's been a good day for Green.
Boy, it is, and he's spun there in that one wreck, and he's come back and kept his nose clean the rest of the day and got a good finish.
Boy, 3 young Turks right there fighting for position right now. Steve Park in the 3 there looking on the inside. See Dillon looking down underneath as they head down into turn 1.
Battling it out for 4th spot.
Yeah, that's some awfully close racing on this racetrack.
Joe Bessey is your leader. White flag should be out this time by. He started 6th here today.
Boy, Dillon wants to put that thing in there, but he just knows he can't quite make it.
This is only his 3rd top 5 finish in the NASCAR Busch Series. White flag waving over Joe Bessey. Got about a 6-car length advantage over Randy LaJoie. Might have been the move of the race for Bessey.
There you have it.
And Mike Dillon gets to the inside of Sadler. This is for position for 4th spot. Steve Park trying to go by as well.
Whoa, Park really had to get out of the gas. He almost got into the side of the 29.
So give Mike Dillon 4th spot now on the last lap. Yep. Leaders coming out of turn 4. It looks like it's going to be Joe Bessey to the checkered flag. Bessey gets his first career win in the NASCAR Busch Series. His 112th career start. Previous best was a 3rd at Rockingham back in 1993. And a good run to the finish line. Steve Park may have gotten 5th spot away there.
He may have.
Sadler at the line, too.
It was mighty close. Couldn't tell from up here, but mighty close.
Steve Park, your winner this afternoon. Randy LaJoie rides home in 2nd spot by a couple of car lengths. I want to say a special thank you to a couple of our guests on the broadcast today. Darrell Waltrip, who was topside with us, and Chad Little, who helped us on pit road today. They're going to go suit up and take part in Winston Cup Happy Hour. Gentlemen, thanks. It was a pleasure to have you with us today.
It's a great race, and I enjoyed every minute of it, and see you later.
Good luck tomorrow, DW.
Thanks.
Happy scene in Victory Lane in the Joe Bessey pits. We'll talk to the winner when we come back. Back at Dover, Delaware, a very happy crew greeting Joe Bessey in Victory Lane, his first career win in the NASCAR Busch Series. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett.
And Joe Bessey's climbing out of the number 6 car there, and the crew is absolutely jubilant. Joe looks like he's worn out. Joe, it's been a long time coming, buddy, but congratulations.
Yeah, I'm just worn out emotionally. Been a long time coming, a perfect day. Power team based in Philadelphia, and they got like 300 people down here, and I'm just so happy. Power team Chevrolet, and I can't, as far as the Buckshot deal, he just lost it coming off from 2, and I could have given up the win, or I could have kept going for the win, and I went for the win. And good Lord works in mysterious ways. Last week he destroyed the car that we would have brought here, and this car's given us his best finishes this year, and it's just been a good solid backup car. And last week was hell, and 2 weeks ago was hell at Richmond. This is heaven here. I thank God and thank the power team people, and I'm disappointed everybody's not so happy as I am with the win, but I worked hard for it. I paid my dues. Just happy for these guys. The pit stops have been horrible all year long, and they've just buried them. I mean, just really worked their butts off, and just did a tremendous job today. It's the first time they've worked hard, and we've worked hard. We started to qualify real good. Got to the point where we qualified and couldn't race well, and we worked on that even harder, and just this team's ready to turn the corner. We're looking forward to next year. We got 2 more years with the power team, and just things are really turning for me. I've worked hard. A lot of people supported me. My mom and Leroy out in St. Louis, and Graham up in Maine, and Harry and Barry, and it's been a patchwork quilt. I know I'm going to forget somebody, but all night trucking up in New York. Been great people. Auto Works out in Ohio, and Chevrolet, Monte Carlo, and Goodyear, and I'm just, you're cutting me off, but I hope I didn't forget anybody.
I don't think you did, Joe. Again, congratulations. And as he said, we couldn't tell from our camera angle, but he says that Buckshot just lost it.
Great win for Joe Bessey, and you love to see somebody who's so happy to be a first-time winner, 12th different winner in 1997 in the NASCAR Busch Series. We'll show you unofficially the top 10, and we'll be right back at Dover with more. This is what happened coming into victory lane for Joe Bessey. This is what Bessey was referring to when he said some people weren't happy with his victory. Some members of Buckshot Jones's team trying to block
Bessey's road into victory lane, and Joe kept going. And they had to jump out of the way, some contact there, and difficult way to end.
Kyle Busch gets to victory lane for the first time in 2012 in his truck.
This time by, the white flag will fly one more time around in the 2012 season.
Look at the run that Gale got off turn 4. He drove right up on the tailgate of Kyle Busch.
Gale looks to the inside. Kyle Busch running the middle of the racetrack. Coming out at 2. Gale goes to the inside. No contact made. Gale has the advantage down the backstretch. Now here comes Kyle Busch once again. Into turn 3. Kyle Busch running the middle. Gale, the inside as they come out of turn number 4. Gale with the advantage. Does the momentum carry Kyle Busch back to the start-finish line? They hit. They come across the line. Gale will win at Homestead.
Woo! How about that? What a great job by Gale. Gale rubbing against Kyle Busch as they came out of turn number 4. Gale wins the last race of the year.
Holy cow.
There you go, Bob. Guys, he might have had fresher tires, too. He pitted on lap 126, 21 laps after Kyle Busch pitted. Look at the left front tire already flat on Gale's truck.
He was squeezing Kyle into the wall to slow that momentum.
And it's official. Your 2012 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion is James Buescher. Congratulations to that whole 31 team.
Congratulations to them. Congratulations to Gale. What a great job winning this race.
Eddie Sharp Racing gets both his trucks to victory lane. Justin Longton at Charlotte and Gale here at Homestead.
How about a 9th first-time winner?
9th first-time winner.
Incredible.
16th different winner
in 22
on the 2012
races.
season in 22 races.
That's incredible.
And who did he have to pass to get that win?
Just Kyle Busch.
Probably one of the best ever in the Camping World Truck Series on 1.5 tracks, Kyle Busch. And he did it.
He did it.
He roughed him up a little bit,
yeah,
but he did it.
He had to squeeze him a little bit to grab that win.
And he's going to enjoy this win. The celebration for the 31 team of James Buescher as well as the 33 team of Gale. That is a championship burnout. In front of these grandstands.
It's a heck of a day at sea, sir. There's more stuff going on.
Fireworks off the back stretch. Fireworks off turn 4. Let's look one more time.
Here he goes. Gale had a run on the bottom. Didn't quite clear Kyle.
Watch him squeeze him up, though.
It's the only thing he could do. It's the only thing he could do.
Yeah, and you know, and Kyle came down to side draft Gale too and got over on the side of Gale, and maybe Gale said, well, if you're going to come over, I'm going to join you. Unbelievable. Isn't that a great way to finish our 2012 truck season?
Gale is going to say yes. Kyle
Yes,
Busch is going to say no.
James Buescher is going to say yes.
James Buescher
Ty Dillon is going to say no.
He's going to say no. The emotions
of this sport, of NASCAR racing, that's passion there. That's desire.
Look at the margin of victory here.
It was 14 1,000ths of a second, about a foot.
And there was smoke and sparks. That's how a race should end, right?
First ever win in the Camping World Truck Series for Cale. Gale, 15 1,000ths of a second, has made it into victory lane. Let's go there now.
Well, the Ream Chevrolet pulls in. Here comes the confetti. A year ago, Gale was in victory lane in Mobile, Alabama in the ARCA Racing Series. He told me that was the biggest thrill of his life, and I'm wondering if this isn't going to surpass it. Jerry Baxter, crew chief, comes in here, and Cale, what an amazing finish. Were you sure you had a truck good enough, or did you just give it all you had?
I can tell you right now, coming off the 4, that's not my driving style, but it's my first chance to taste NASCAR victory, and I know it's Kyle Busch, but I don't get opportunities like this very often. I've had a great opportunity this year. Don't know what's in store for me next year, but I had to take it while I could. And it's been a long road. I'm just a racer from South Alabama. Had a great sponsor this year to be behind me, a great team, and my dad's watching, I know he is, and it's just a dream come true for all of us.
Tell me about the season as you look back and the learning experiences you had this year.
I mean, it's been up and down. We've been good at times. I mean, we should have had better results at times, but I mean, honestly, short tracks are my cup of tea. I never seen this place till today, and I told them about 5 laps into it. I said, I like this place. It reminds me of the old Birmingham Fairgrounds track. You run right up against the wall, and it's a lot of fun.
All right, Cale, Gale, the 9th first-time winner, 16th different winner in the Camping World Trucks. What a victory lane. And now we want to hear from the guy who finished second with her.